ramp, and I'm the proponent of the Riverside ramp. And just about everybody I showed you, they say, hey, that's the way to go, to run the ramp down Riverside and have a community deck right there at Spring Street. And it's an ideal spot for the ramp to end. You have Spring Street, you have economic opportunity. It's above the roadway, there's a barrier between it. You can have your farmer's market underneath it. It's an ideal, you can block off the streets, and you can have, it's in front of everything's developed there. Everybody likes it. People say, well,
not everybody.
It's all right, Mr. Sembroll. I have seen your plan. I don't care for the plan. I respect you're an engineer and you've put something forward, and I appreciate that. You know, I think people want to view the river, and I think that was kind of an obstacle in the way of the view.
Well, if you're on the ramp, you got people coming.
If you're on the ramp, that's great, but I'm more interested in people paying the property taxes behind the ramp.
But there's like, I think like 80% of the people in Jeff would say, hey, that's the way to go. You have a few people just like the canal.
I'll bet you you're wrong.
I took a poll. I handed out 1,000 brochures, and people voted. And it was about 80%.
Well, I appreciate your efforts. But, I did not get the same kind of sentiment from people that saw what you had proposed. Yes, sir.
I'm just curious. You're talking about Play Square Park is going to be playing ball there this spring.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware that it's fenced and locked right now? You can't even get into it?
That will be addressed. We've actually spoke about that this morning. When it's time to play ball, they're going to play ball.
I'm kind of interested in seeing a better net go up across the back.
And I spoke to you when somebody was talking about Colston Park. I remember the conversation having with you, Mr. Stenbro. I know you've had some home run balls hit into your property, and
more than one.
Play Square Park is a lot of history there. I can remember as a kid playing around there, and it's kind of sad to see change, but I think it's time, and I think we're spending a lot of money to bring this ramp, this big 4 bridge, to cross over to Louisville. Times are changing. I want to take advantage of those changing times. That's why Gabe Spruce spent money on his property to fix it up. Let's encourage growth. And sometimes when we encourage growth, we have to make changes. And I was not a supporter of what happened at Bissing Park, but it happened. And if we're at the point now where 2 softball fields will be there, and I see a ramp coming from people coming across the bridge that are going to empty out right there. You know what? Let's create some more tax dollars. We do that, we're going to lessen the burden on you. So I'm all for positive growth, and Play Square Park. A lot of great memories for a lot of people in the city of Jeff, and it's seen its share of fun, but you know what? We're moving on. Yes, sir.